One day I'll take my last breath, and that scares the shit out of me. Cue the dramatic music. Well, God forbid not right now, because that would be some next level jinxing, but truth be told, sooner or later I am gonna die. And when you sit with the idea of death, you realize there is no running from it. There's no delaying the inevitable, there's no hiding from its cold grip. Sooner or later, I'll have to face it. And that's a wild concept to wrap my head around. How does that even make sense? I live, I love, I dream just to die? Everything that I've ever known, everything that I've ever been, will one day be worth as much as the dirt I'm buried in? How am I supposed to go through all these experiences, these emotions, these dreams, these plans, just to end up dead? How is it that everything I meant to the people around me will, at some point, fade into nothing? Just another name no longer spoken, just another presence that once was, but isn't anymore. That's the part that messes with me the most, because is it death that I'm afraid of, or the fact that one day my existence will be as insignificant as an unread book collecting dust on some forgotten shelf? I think about those who live quietly like my uncle. He worked his whole life, loved his family, and when he passed, life just kept moving. No statues, no headlines, just a person who gave, lived, and was gone. Then I think about the others, the ones who had it all, the fame, the money, and everything they thought they wanted. But even with all that, they still felt empty inside. No matter what path we take, loud or quiet, we'll all end up in the same place. And that's what gets me. And yet, in some weird way, the fact that I can't run from it is almost comforting. Not because that is any easier to face, but because it is the only guarantee in life. It is the only thing we all share. But still, the weight in my chest isn't from the fear of dying, it's from the thought of being erased. I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want everything that I am just to be another leaf in the wind, covered and lost beneath the rest. But what does it even mean to be remembered? Is it about leaving behind a name, a legacy? Do I need millions of people to know I existed? Or is it about the depth of my impact on just a few? Because history only remembers the loudest voices, but that doesn't mean the quiet ones didn't matter. Maybe that's what's unfair about it all. The fact that so many good, deserving people are simply forgotten because they didn't get the spotlight. And I don't think we talk enough about those people who live good, honest lives and got nothing for it. No recognition, no legacy, just a quiet death, like they were never here. That doesn't sit right with me. Why shouldn't those people be acknowledged? Why do we just live through all this hell, all this pain, just to roll over and die? If that's the end game, then what's the point of any of this? What's the point of even trying if death is all we ever promised? I don't have the answer, but maybe that's the whole game. Maybe we chase meaning not because we have to, but because it is the only way to make peace with the inevitable. Maybe that's why we build, that's why we create, that's why we fight to be remembered. Because deep down, we all know that will take everything, and yet we still try. Because trying is the only thing that makes it all feel worth it. In the end, is it even about being remembered, or is it about knowing, even for a moment, that we mattered, that we existed, we felt and we were? Maybe that's all we ever really get. And if that's true, then maybe the real tragedy isn't being forgotten. Maybe the real tragedy is never living like we were here in the first place. So while we're still here, let's make it count. See what needs to be said, do what needs to be done. Hell, even eat the mac and cheese if you're up for it. Because one day, we won't get the chance to do so. And if that day were tomorrow, who would you want to hear this?